just how it all goes down. My name's Gary Hinckley, born and raised in Greenfield.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Front Porch Files. My name is Gary. Kind of like the snail, but he's in a pineapple, and I'm right here in Oildale. I guess that's too bright. Anyway, I've been wanting to stay away from all the politics stuff and all like the bad shit going on. I've been wanting to like focus on a lot of stuff that just makes people happy, makes people smile. But I've been getting a lot of suggestions, a lot of let's just say I've had some people tell me they want me to cover all these riots in LA that happened. Well, obviously, it turned into somewhat of a riot from what I've seen on videos because it wasn't a peaceful protest. And a lot of people want me to give my opinion on it. First and foremost, I'm just going to tell you that as far as Democrat and Republican, I'm the type of person, yes, I'm a registered Republican and I voted for Donald Trump. I really did. But those are for beyond, for other reasons. Okay, you got your reasons you voted for this person. You might have your reasons you voted for Donald Trump, and I might not agree with it. But when I'm saying this is, if I can go back and just say I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, I'm not even a fucking independent. Okay, I wish that we could all just go back and just say you're an American citizen, you're an American voter. Okay, let's just get that shit out of the way. Now, as far as the peaceful protests and everything, I also understand that not everybody that comes to this country is a good person or a bad person. Um, and the way they're depicting it, they're just aiming more towards at the Mexican Hispanics. And there's a lot of other people from a lot of other countries that are coming in here and illegally. So don't single yourself out. Okay. And I might get a lot of flack for this too, but a lot of people, you knew the consequences before you took action. Okay. So everybody knows when they come over here illegally, you have that chance of being deported. Okay. Um, and that's just the fact you take. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to come over here for a better life. I'm not saying that everybody that comes over here is a bad person. And not a lot of people know this. I don't really share this a lot because I don't believe that I really need to or that it even matters. But my family came over here from a different country, had to learn English, had to do it all. Came over here the right way. Am I saying that everybody comes over here is a bad person? No. And there's a lot of people that contribute, but I mean, it's a lot of things on the fence. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people a lot of people do take things for granted, and a lot of people that do that make it hard for the people that are trying to do the right thing. I've known Hispanics, I've known a lot of people that say they don't like it when people come over here illegally. I've known people that know people that are illegal. Um, and I'm like, again, uh, it's it sucks. It sucks. It really does. But I think also if you break the law and you're over here illegally, you shouldn't be able to come back. You can't. Or you go at the bottom of the list, the port of entry, and you start back up. But as far as the riots, which they were riots, people were acting stupid, just like how they were a few years ago when all that shit up north happened in Washington and Portland and all that other shit. Okay, it's one thing to protest, but it's another thing to go and mess up people's shit that had nothing to do with you or what you're pissed off about. I mean, there's a video, I'll show it right now, of these people blocking the freeway and they're just beating the shit out of this one car. How do you know that that car won't get out and want to hug you or say, hey, everything you're doing is right? Or, you know what I mean? What if that car is in an emergency trying to get to the hospital and shit? I mean, there's just certain ways to do things. I mean, is that going to change America's mind? Like, oh hey, let's all go out and act like a bunch of fucking lunatics and start fucking shit up. And I'm not just pointing at the Hispanic. I'm not pointing at blacks. I'm not pointing at anybody because we've all colors have rioted and we've all done stupid shit when we did it. Okay, break windows. Oh, we're all pissed off. And what usually happens? The government's the one standing back laughing. You didn't break none of their shit. They don't care. By the end of the night, you're going to go home pissed off and they're going to go home just smiling happy. They don't, no one really cares. And the only people that are going to suffer is all the people, all the fucking windows you broke, all the cars you beat up, all that. And for what? So you could wake up the next day and say, hey, I went in a riot. Here's some cool pictures and videos. No one's going to mess with me. They better listen to me. Do you know how many people that are pissed off at you, you know what I mean, that came over here for a better life and did it the right way? And they're just like, dude, what are you doing? First off, you're burning the American flag. You're burning the country that you're trying to stay in. And then you're repping the flag from the country that you're fleeing from. I just, sometimes I get people get pissed off. And then when you're pissed off, things escalate. But it's not going to solve anything, man. It really isn't. I mean, how about? I mean, there's other ways to go about things, but as far as like doing all that, I'm on the fence about it, and I'll get a lot of shit for this because there's a lot of shit I believe that the liberals are right on, and there's a lot of stuff that I believe that the conservatives are right on. But when it all comes down to it, and you ask me and you want my opinion, how about this? If you're gonna protest something, don't fuck nobody's shit up. Okay, it's one thing to stand on the corner and say this is, that this is how it is. Don't burn the fucking American flag. You could raise your own flag from whatever country you're from. That's great. That's great. I still celebrate Portuguese traditions and stuff like that and around holidays or whatever. I love it. Okay? But don't go and mess anybody else's shit up. There's a lot of other ways to go about things. But now I feel like I'm just rambling on. But yeah, it's just at the end of the day, shit's gonna go down the way it is, and everybody knows from whatever country you're from, either you're from somewhere in South America, over in the Middle East, China, wherever, Canada, anywhere else besides the United States. If you're not supposed to be somewhere, and that's anywhere, a store, if you're not supposed to be somewhere, you know the consequences, and I'm pretty sure you know what could obviously happen when you take them. That's all I got to say about it. Y'all be good. Stay tuned for the next one.